So, what happened at the trial?
I said, go. Nothing but a put your hands in your head. Oh, no.
Yo, what's going on, Team 20? I hope you're all super well. Today is the day that we've all been waiting for. I've been waiting for it. I'm sure you guys have been. It's the day... Look, I'm not going to say that will determine my future because I'm assuming that this training-trial process will go on for around a week to 2 weeks. It could maybe even be 3 to 4 weeks. So it's the afternoon of, it's about 1:36 p.m. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like it's just another day of training. I think what's prepared me so well is training with Pat. Pat is a player who I think is above this level, which I'm trialing at now. And for me to be able to keep up with him and train with him, it just gives me so much confidence going into this. Anything they throw at me, I'm ready. So I'm looking forward to tonight. Now, there's probably another man who's looking forward to it. This man right here, how are you feeling about tonight, the big day?
It's just a training session. What am I supposed to feel?
Exactly. It's just another day
You'll
in the
be
life.
right.
Another day in the life, eh?
Yeah, I suppose I'm grateful that you're old enough I don't have to go down there and sweat on every ball that you kick. Every missed pass.
Yeah. Because that used to be the good old days. We'd go down and we'd go after the trial and we'd be like, surely, that ball I put in.
Yeah,
do you remember that one?
Talk about
surely
every
they
ball,
saw it.
Every missed tackle, every time you lost the ball, every good cross,
every
goal.
thing.
And then we'd think you must be picked and then they wouldn't pick you.
No. How many weeks do you reckon?
We're a bit more relaxed now.
Yeah. How many weeks do you reckon this could go on for?
Oh, that's a good question.
I said...
If you think about the times that you've actually trialled by training, like Spirit at the 15s, I think it was, Manly, it was 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting around that sort of time.
What about Crawley, a whole season?
Too soon.
Let's hope not.
And then also, what was the other one? Wanderers went for weeks on end.
Wanderers went for weeks.
Sydney FC was a fair few weeks.
Whitehawks went for weeks. That was a bit different end of season, but you can't tell.
There was a lot. It could be one session,
you know,
really.
You deserve to be picked after 5 minutes, but it'll probably be...
Yeah.
I mean, given that it's just the beginning of pre-season, and they know that you're there...
I don't think it's going to be quick.
They know you're not going anywhere, so it could be a few weeks.
We'll see, but I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. I
will say good luck.
I don't believe in luck. You should know that. Even Lucy said that to me this morning. She said, I'm not going to say good luck to you.
Yeah, but I am, because I'm different.
Whatever. Okay, so when we went camping, in there, I dropped all my stuff, and I just saw like a snake or a lizard. Ah, I'm so lucky I saw that. Dad, can you come outside for a sec? I think there's like a blue tongue or a... What do you mean he's been hanging around? Oh yeah, he's been hanging around.
He's been hanging around.
He's in my stuff.
He's where?
He's in there.
Yeah, they're not dangerous.
Yes, they are. Blue tongues are dangerous.
Only if you pick them up.
Oh my, wait.
Oh.
He's in there. Oh my god. Not on me!
There you go, mate. There you go. Come on, out you go. No, don't keep going in there. Go. Go.
Alright, little bit of stretching and rolling. Currently clocked now. It's 3 hours until the session starts. 2 hours and 54 minutes to be exact. As you guys know, I haven't done anything really for the past 2 days. So I just want to make sure that my body's feeling good going into the training session. Stretching and rolling now, and then I'll get into some juggling after that. I've also been keeping super hydrated today. That's one of the most important things. Whenever you go to a training session, always stay hydrated. How am I feeling now? I'm feeling good. I always think whenever you do these things, it's weird to have a thought in your head that in, I don't know, let's say 6 hours from now, I'm going to be talking to you guys and it's all going to be done. And when you put that into your head, you kind of just want to make the most of it. So that's kind of where my thought process is now. I'm going to finish off my stretching and rolling and then get into some juggling. Stretching done. Now it's time to do a few touches against the wall. This isn't going to be anything too serious. I just want to do some 2-touch stuff, some one-touch stuff just to get my touch going, just to get that feel of the ball back again. I know I haven't lost it, but I just want to, I don't know, I just want to kick the ball and not just go into this session having this been the first time I've touched a ball in a couple of days. Hope you guys catch my vibe, and if you guys are doing the same thing, then you understand. So 2 touch, 1 touch, again, nothing serious. This will probably only be about 10-15 minutes, maybe 20 pushing it, and then I'm gonna grab some food. I think I'm going to make some gnocchi because that's carbs with, I don't know, we'll see what else is in the fridge, but it might even just be gnocchi or just pasta. I'll be leaving the house in 50 minutes to an hour. I'd say more like 45 minutes. Yeah, it should be good. It should be good. Alright, so I know yesterday I said I was going to get my hair cut. There's no one around right now, so we might save that for the future. What I do need to do is clean up this so it look a bit more presentable, I would say. You know, when you go into an environment, you need to, I don't know, look the part. So we're gonna trim this down a little, shave here, you know the go. Alright, I'm just making up some gnocchi, pretty simple. You cook it and then you fry it. That's how I like to do it. Some people might say, Sheldon, don't fry stuff before training, it's really bad. I'm just going to boil it. Usually I'd fry it in butter, which makes it taste real good, but I don't know if I want to do that before a training session. I'm going to say probably not, even though I've had so many different things before trainings and games and always felt fine. Let's not risk it. That sort of experimentation is perfect for individual sessions. If you want to try out some sort of thing, maybe you want to try having gnocchi with chicken and see how you go an hour before a game and see your energy levels, then you do that at an individual session, see how you go, and then if it works great, take it into your training. If it works good there, take it into your game. I'm going to keep it simple, just gnocchi. Might put a little bit of pasta sauce on as well. Super simple, carbs. It's going to get me ready to go. All right, mate, I'm off. I'm going. I'll see you later tonight.
Do your best.
I will. Thank you for the advice. Great advice. Yeah, so I'm going to pretty much just, you know, do my thing. I'm going to listen to music on the way to the training session. I'm not going to be taking you guys there. I'm not going to be taking you guys back. I'll talk with you when I get back from the session. I just kind of want to be in my own space, in my zone, because this is something that's important to me. So we're heading off to the training session now. I'll catch you guys later on. So, what happened at the trial now? This isn't the day after. This isn't after the training session. Emotionally, physically, I couldn't make the video. So let me take you through what happened. I arrived there at, ended up getting there 5:45 for a 6:30 start. We go through the session. It's very, very professional here. They have a strength and conditioning coach. They had about 2 or 3 physios. Everything was so well presented. There was going to be running exercises for sprinting to increase the top speed of players. There was going to be a strength and conditioning session where there was going to be weights. And then obviously the playing group and all of that sort of stuff. It seemed extremely professional. So props to this club. I think the way that they're running things is top notch. So we get into the session and we start off by doing, I think we did couple minutes of rondo, sheva, whatever you want to call it, piggy in the middle. And from there we got into some running exercises, warm-up sort of thing, and then from there a little bit of passing, and then moved from the little bit of passing into an actual passing drill where you would pass it, drop it off, play it to the next person. I can't really explain it very well, and I performed very well in there. My touches were sharp, my passing was on point, my layoffs were extremely good. I was overall very, very happy with how I performed in that passing drill. One of the coaches had to be involved because there wasn't a player there, and whenever I got to him, I felt like I performed. And man, that all comes from working with Pat, Kaio, everyone else, just getting those sharp passes in, Finno too. Getting those sharp passes, this is where it comes into play, because at this level, it's close to a professional level because players are knocking in the pass firm like you're expected to, and you have to control that in such a manner to give the next player an appropriate ball. So that was the passing. I was stoked with that. We then got into 5v5 and then a 4v4 with a bouncer. Man, the 4v4 was incredibly difficult because 4v4, it was a big field. I'd say 20 meters, maybe 25. With a bouncer, one guy runs over you and you just get thrown over. So that was tough. But in the 5v5s, I managed to make a tackle on probably the biggest centre back there, kept possession of the ball well. Of course, you're going to miss a few passes here and there. You can't expect to make every single pass in a training session. I set up a couple of goals, played some really nice passes, kept possession of the ball when the ball needed to be kept. And I went away from that, yeah, I performed. I was able to keep up with his standard. I didn't have any issues with it at all. Then from there, we got into a little bit of running. It was just light running, working on it's either anaerobic or aerobic. I forget which one it was, but it was just a 2-minute run, pretty light. It was pretty easy, but it's first session back. It's, again, props to them for not running players into the ground. The worst thing is bringing players back into preseason and then just hammering them and expecting 100% in the next sessions. So then after that, I'm going, okay, I'm guessing I'm going to be here. My guess is about 2-3 weeks max is my guess on how long I'll be trialing for. And I stick around after the session because I want to shake the coach's hand. I want to, say thank you for the session first off because it was a great session. It's something that if you guys aren't doing that, make sure you shake your coach's hand after the session. It just shows that respect. But on top of that, I want to have a little bit of a chat with him and, see what his point of view is on how I'm doing, anything that he wants to present to me. So I stick around for 10 minutes, I think I waited because he had to have some other conversations. That's completely fine. And then it came my turn and he said to me, look, we've signed some players and basically how it works here in this league is you're allowed to sign 23 players to the squad. You have 200 points. Now, each player costs a certain amount of points. So if you're a visa player, you cost 25 points. If you're a junior of that club, you might cost a few points. But under the circumstances of the club, I can't say anything because I don't want to. But there was no room for me. He said to me, you're up to the standard. I love the way you dribble with the ball. You held your own. Your passing was top notch. He couldn't stop saying I was up to this level. But the fact is there wasn't enough room for me. And look, I'm sure there's going to be people in the comments, whatever, I don't care, saying, Sheldon, if you were good enough, you would have been picked. No, it doesn't work like that sometimes. In this specific team, he said, wingers, full. 10, full. We don't have any more spots for that. There's only some other positions that I'm looking for. And I can't fill those positions. And sometimes that's the way it works out, as disappointing as it is. I didn't know how to react to it. I was extremely upset because, as you can imagine, after working and, having this as the main goal and objective for, I'd say, the last 8 weeks or so, and, working hard every single day with this goal in mind to make this team, and then to have it taken away because it's something out of my control, it hurts. And look, it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. My ability is up to that standard. He said, look, I'd be messaging every other single MPL club in this league because you are up to this standard. I've told him about the other club in another state. He said, yeah, try that as well. You don't want to be playing the league you played in last year. You're far and beyond that. So look, there's a lot of positives to take away from it. It means I can now go to clubs and say, hey, look, this club wanted me, they just didn't have spots. Because players in this league and in this team, they already signed contracts. For example, Pat had signed a contract with Manly a while ago. And so before I even got to that trial, the spots were taken. There was no more spots. So look, we just keep working. I stood outside with Dad that night and we started brainstorming, all right, who can I contact next? Who can I speak to in order to progress myself? I mean, it's tough, man. It was tough. And like I said, you put in this work and to have it taken away not because you're not good enough, but because it's just not possible, it sucks. But I have nothing against this club. Like I said, I think they're running it extremely professionally. I wish them all the best for this season. And I 100% respect their decisions. I do not have anything against them. So as tough as it is, I'm going to be needing to search for a new club. Look, I still have a fair bit of time to look around, and that's going to be tomorrow's video about what I'm going to do with the future. But look, sometimes things are out of your control. I know in myself, I'm up to this level. I know 100% I can play at this level and succeed. I just need to find a club, and that comes from me. That's the hard work and the grind off the field as well. So, Team Sweetie, I'm signing out. Make sure you leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you're around here. Join the journey. I'll see you in the next video.
Listen.